I'm just reflecting today for my Thursday thought on some training that I'm doing at the moment, and I'm on a residential course doing the vertical stages of adult development as it pertains to leadership, and it's just fascinating. I haven't been in any formal training for many years, so that in itself is wonderful. But I am surrounded by a group of people who are largely executive coaches or leadership consultants. And I work in-house in a recruitment function. And it's very easy to be hit by a sense of imposter syndrome because the terms that are being bandied around and the language is quite technical. It's very much part of this world of leadership development, and I'm not part of that. And I took some time out last night to think about this because I blog about imposter syndrome and how we shouldn't succumb to it. But here I am being subject to a good old dose of it myself. And so I was thinking about the imposter syndrome and why it was going on. And really it was just because I was learning something new, and it wasn't that I couldn't grasp it. In actual fact, there was a lot of theory that I could get my head around. And I'm sure that that is the same for you when you feel like you're in a situation where you just don't belong. Perhaps you actually have a lot more in common with that situation and the people around you than you think. But the good old inner critic is disqualifying you. So ask yourself when you're in those situations, as I did yesterday, is this inner criticism that's telling me I don't belong true? Is it valid? Is it constructive? And I realised that actually the constructive thing to tell myself was that I was in a training room where, by virtue of the name training, I was supposed to learn, as was anybody else. And my learning curve might be different to the next person, but what I mustn't do is compare my insides to somebody else's outsides. So if you are facing a situation where there's an imposter syndrome kicking in, particularly we as women, when we go back to work, it can really kick us in the teeth. I would urge you to make sure that you are not comparing your own reality to somebody else's marketing. Ask yourself if that voice in your head is true. Is it valid? Is it giving you constructive criticism? And that can be a way to really navigate your way out of a really nasty old dose of imposter syndrome. That's it for my Thursday thought for today. I'd love you to join me on the blog www.comebackgirl.com and listen to our podcasts where we interview women who have been on comeback journeys, and we also talk about just the process of getting back into work with various experts. Thanks for listening today, and just remember, with that imposter syndrome, is it true? Is it constructive? Is it just your inner critic that needs to be told to get lost?